fam, welcome back to our channel. I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren.
And I'm making the most of the last bit of Halloween, guys, I'll be honest.
Even though it's November.
Yeah. Shh. We don't talk about that yet. No, I is not ready yet.
Hello, he's a Squidge. Hi, Squidge fans.
Right, this wiggly one. Don't you talk to me like that. She just went...
Yeah.
Oh, no, she's just basically being Squidge. Right, so, guys, we have
got for you, it's Fairy Loot Box for October 2024. And I can't remember what the theme is this month, as usual.
It's a bit
squished, yeah. It's a bit squished in the corner. But it's a box from the UK.
Heavy.
It costs about £36 after VAT and postage. I know I've already undone the front, but there you go. And
too much of a sneak peek for us. So let's move this.
It's usually quite a good box.
Don't worry, I can feel where she is. And we have some packing paper.
Hey, packing paper.
Right, where to start? Right, okay, I think we'll start with the box.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Salt and spice shakers. Not salt and pepper, salt and spice.
Exciting. That is very exciting. And actually something I haven't considered before, because I like ground pepper. I like normal salt, but I like ground pepper. Yeah. So...
Oh, they are books.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So, we have got...
Yeah.
Some...
ASMR. Does it say on the side? Oh,
Volume 1.
Yeah. Salt.
Guys, I love that.
That is brilliant.
That is brilliant. That really is.
Yeah.
Why is it? I cleaned this desk and it's minutes later. That's it, guys. Nearly. Right.
And Volume 2
is spice. I wouldn't put spice in it because we don't. What's it? But I quite like the idea of maybe some cinnamon, maybe, or something to add a little bit of to things. So I might have to treat myself to some cinnamon. And it's the little clear bungs. Yeah. And that's Volume 2.
Yeah. What's the back? That's got the spice. It's got peppers on the back.
I mean, cinnamon. It's something that children might call spicy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's got three and one normally.
Yeah. I've got to say, I'm loving those.
They're excellent.
That's just.
They really are.
That has beat Illumicrate this month.
Yeah, I've not seen any ones like that at all.
Right. So what's this?
I don't know. I can't see. Looks like a photograph album.
I am loving it.
It's a buffy cat.
Now, is it a
photograph? No, it's a bookmark.
It's a bookmark album.
Bookmark album.
Or nail stickers. Potentially.
But no, bookmarks.
I love that
nice
idea.
Bookmarks.
I've got some beautiful bookmarks and this gives me somewhere to put them.
Yeah.
I think that is blooming genius. Yeah. And I mean, it's so, look at that silver foiling, guys. Yeah. So we've got a sword at the side.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
Bear with me one second. Right, guys, so we showed you the front, we showed you the side. This was all before the escape of the squidge.
Yeah.
And look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Actually, that one I've got in tin form from here.
Have you?
Yeah. I know, because I was sorting out my tins. And that is definitely one of them. Okay, I love... And I mean, love that. That'd definitely be on display. And I love the fact that I've now got something to put all these beautiful bookmarks in.
It's true. Oh, it's a book bag or Kindle bag. Kindle bag, wouldn't it, I suppose? Wouldn't it?
Probably. I just need a Kindle now.
It's too thick for a...
I want a Kindle, so that's not...
It's very nice, that is.
That is beautiful.
I say it's not thick enough to be a book bag.
No. Does it say out on here?
E-book reader.
Woo, woo, woo. Powerless e-reader sleeve.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, so it could be an e-book reader because Kindle's a trademark.
I am thinking about asking for one for Christmas, guys. So if any of you...
Cup Collective.
That's wicked. If any of you have got any advice on what ones are good, what ones you've used, what ones aren't good, I'd be really happy to hear from. I mean, that padding as well.
That's Debbie's.
That is. I mean, my gosh, that will not be going directly back in the box. Well, it might. Well, it will. But I'm going to make sure that this is kept to hand because I want to use all this. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, we would usually have one more item, wouldn't we?
Right, so we've got this.
Yeah, because that's the bit
cheat
of what
sheet.
it is.
Right, so we won't go through this yet.
Which is Castles Crumbling.
Oh. Right, and we have got
air overlays.
Air overlays. And air overlays are a bit of a...
Yeah, so if you haven't got the actual book, it's not a lot of...
But yeah, they're usually quite nice.
Yeah.
But, as Darren said, and there's one in here still. Bear with me.
Yeah, so if you haven't got the actual book, then there's not a lot of...
Right, I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, we have
art overlays. Designed by Pauline Line Art. Depicting 4 scenes from this month's featured book.
Oh, lovely. So, yeah.
The scene chapters are noted on the packaging for ease.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not sure where that one was. I think it was at the back. Right, so this reckons statue scene, chapter 1. I'm thinking that's more likely.
Possibly.
Who knows?
No. That's more likely to be a statue scene, chapter 1.
It is. Okay. So that's boat scene.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So that's chapter 15, boat scene.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put these in order.
Yeah.
Right, so then we have statue scene, we think, which is chapter 1.
Yeah.
Then... yeah, okay. Yeah. I know what this one is. This is map scene.
You tip it a little bit. That's it.
Okay. Which, in case you're interested, is chapter 30. And then we have wrist scene. Which it really has to be that, because I can't think it'd be any of the others.
No.
Which is chapter 35.
Yeah.
Honestly, I quite like the idea of these as they've got them for this book.
Yeah. Because we've had them before, and there were books that they'd previously done, and it's like, well, we didn't do it then. So
yeah. That's right. I've just put them in there to keep them clean.
Yep.
But there we go.
Right, we should go back over these quickly.
Yep.
On it. We've got the e-reader sleeve. Designed by the Quirky Cup Collective. Keep your e-readers protective and snug with this beautifully designed sleeve. The embroidered design is inspired by Powerless by Lauren Roberts. The bookmark album,
which is
designed by Julie Reinhardt.
Stunning.
The perfect way to store and display your bookmark collection. The design is inspired by A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Robertson.
It's beautiful.
Salt and pepper shakers, designed by Sari Art. A fun take on salt and pepper shaker set. Add 2 book-shaped shakers to your dining table, one for salt and another for some spice. Winky emoji. Or emoticon, actually.
I'm going to have a look and see what I'd like to put in.
People wouldn't necessarily know them, do they? The younger ones. The emoticons.
True.
Which is a semicolon and a closing bracket. It's what became the winky face on emojis.
If you've got any suggestions for spices that would be quite good for this, I can't have anything that's hot. I'm thinking cinnamon, but I am open to other options. It doesn't have to be spicy, like cinnamon's quite, you know. But no, a good one that you can think of that maybe you'd sprinkle on your porridge or things like that. But yeah, I'm going to have a think on that one. But, oh, I love them.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Right. And we've got the collectibles of the month, which will be underneath the book.
It is. I'm just going to do this and then I'm going to... Woo! Thank you. Alright. Yeah. So we have got...
Right, these are designed by Roslyn Arts.
Right.
This month's tarot card set features Arthur as Queen of Suns card and Jin as the King of Suns card. The characters are from A Tempest of Tea by Hafsar Faisal. Probably
I'll be honest,
something chronic, but there you go.
If this was a first time for you to have fairy loot, and I'm thinking of one person particularly,
yeah,
this is probably the best first time one to get.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's beautiful. And I say, the reason we've made, like, more or less made the decision to go over, because I love books. I like physical books. Yeah. There's nothing like them. However, with my eyesight not as good as it once was, I find it easier to, well, sort of easier to read on my phone. It's not really big enough, which is...
No, she wouldn't skid them.
So it's more sort of like, but I really don't mind being forced into getting one because that is stunning.
But yes, yeah, apparently it's the erstwhile Pink Poodles. It's her first one.
Yes.
This time.
Right. So
what she thinks of it.
It's a belter of one to start.
It's not a bad one to start off with, is it?
It really is a belter of one to start with. It's stunning.
Yeah.
And immediately she's going to be more organised than me because of this little...
Yeah, she's got a bit of purple box.
So that means I've got to go through, because we haven't got rid of any of them.
No, they're all
just means we've got to go through it all.
They're all just in boxes.
So, there is our bookmark.
Yeah, which matches the...
And, yeah.
Bit for that.
And it's always the same this way round.
Castle Crumbling.
Yeah. So, I will leave that out at the moment, guys, because obviously, you know.
And...
That's my booklet.
For a bit a minute. And this is Air. Oh, look at that gold foiling.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Oh, those leaves. How autumnal can you get, guys?
It's Air by Sabah Tahir.
Well done. Oh, look at that. Again, lovely one to start with. So we have got sprayed edges.
Yep.
But look at that.
Yeah.
Now then, let's finish looking and then we'll go through the gump, if that's all right, Darren.
Yeah, well, it's got a redesigned cover.
Right, so let's have a look at the other side of this then. We have got that.
That's the trade cover, apparently.
That's the trade cover. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a reversible dust jacket.
But it isn't...
Yeah. And there are foil elements on the hardcover.
Oh my gosh. I actually, at the moment, I am preferring the sleeve cover.
Yeah.
As much as that is nice, the sleeve cover is... I actually prefer the back to the front as well. But yeah. Yep. So...
And we've also got character artwork with foil on the end papers.
Crikey, they've gone nuts on their foiling, haven't they? So is it the same picture?
No.
No, it is a different picture. That is so pretty. There's something very Cherry Wallace about this.
Yeah, and she loves her gold foiling.
I was going to get some beautiful blue velvet baubles, just a couple, with gold star foiling on, and they sold out while I was collecting them.
Yeah, so you got the digitally sprayed edge with the top and bottom solid colours.
Yep.
An author-bound letter into the book with a digital signature, and an exclusive map as bonus content.
Oh, I do like the
Debbie loves a map.
I do. Right, so there's your
digitally bound letter.
Yep.
And
oh my goodness,
there's
that
the
is
map.
teeny. But that is beautiful. It's making my eyes go funny, but it is beautiful.
Yes, the water in it.
Yeah. Part 1, the fall. Yeah. So, let's have a look and see whether we can see how many pages we've got.
Yeah.
Acknowledgements. Right. There's 50 chapters, guys.
Right.
And sorry, what am I talking about? 532 pages, which is a chunky one.
It is.
It really is.
Set in a rich and magical world, following 3 characters. A tracker, crown prince and an orphan. With a threat to the Empire at large, we follow them on their journey of power, love and vengeance. Sounds a bit like a found family sort of job as well. Alright.
Right, so bear with me, I'm just going to take a slurp of my iced coffee. I haven't had this in ages. Right. Growing up in Keggery slums, Ez has seen her share of suffering. An old tragedy fuels her need for vengeance, but it is the love of her people that propels her, until one hot-headed mistake lands her in an inescapable prison, where the embers of her wrath ignite.
No, it's Illumicrate that I get it.
Oh, right, with you. Banished from her tribe for an unforgivable crime, Saoirse is a down-on-her-luck tracker who speaks to the earth, air and water to trace her marks. Destitute, she agrees to hunt down a killer who has murdered children across the Empire. All she has to do is carry out the job and get paid, but then she falls for a charismatic and inconvenient fugitive. Yeah, fugitive.
You seem to have problems with fugitive.
I just don't like that word. It's so peculiar. There you go.
Yeah.
Who keeps getting in her way. Quill is the crown prince of the Empire, nephew of a famed and venerated empress, but he is loath to pick up the mantle when his aunt steps down. As the son of the most hated emperor in the history of his people, he's better than anyone understands the power that corrupts. When a vicious new enemy threatens the survival of the Empire, Quill must ask himself if he can rise above the tragic lineage and be heir to his people in need. Saboteur masterfully underweaves the lives of 3 young people as they grapple with the burdens of power, love, unchecked greed. Get ready for a dark, breathless journey that may cost these young people their lives and their hearts, literally. Doesn't sound bad, does it?
Nope.
And she is. Yeah. I love her t-shirts.
What does it say?
Books.
All right.
Saba, and I apologise if I've said this wrong, is a former newspaper editor who grew up in California's Mojave Desert.
Mojave.
Oh, there we go. Right, is a former newspaper editor who grew up in California's Mojave Desert at her family's 18-room motel. There she spent her time devouring fantasy novels, listening to thunderous indie rock, and playing guitar and piano badly. Honest. Her #1 New York Times bestseller, An Ember in the Ashes series, has been translated into more than 35 languages. Crikey. And the first book of the series was named one of the Times 100 best young adult books of all time. That's one hell of a wallop to her,
not bad,
isn't it?
is it? Yeah.
Her most recent novel, All My Rage, won the National Book Award for Young People's Literature, the Michael L. Prince Award, the Boston Globe Horn Book Award for Fiction and Poetry, and was an instant New York Times bestseller. Wow, what a talented woman.
She's not bad, is she?
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Well, I must admit, I vaguely remember hearing some of those titles, so they might be ones we have. Right. Now we get to the important
bit that Debbie wants to know.
Inspired you? Nah. Describe air in 5 words.
Oh, fun she likes.
Love, legacy, power, vengeance, romance. Ooh. Ooh. Right, any research about your writing, favourite scene? Aha, here we go. When you write, do you have any go-to snacks? Yes, coffee of course, skinny popcorn, which is strangely addictive, and on special occasions when I'm finishing a chapter, for example, Ladarash dark chocolates. Never heard of them. I'm not a huge dark chocolate lover, although I must admit those Lindt balls, I will quite happily eat those. But that is about the only type. My granddad used to love it, but no, I've never been a great lover of the bitterness. Do you listen to particular songs? What's the most challenging? Can you tell us about the sequel? And there's also exciting upcoming November 2024 releases. I like the look of that one. I'm hoping we get that one.
Like The Shadows Rule All.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Right, so the next one is Love and Vendetta.
Ooh. Yeah, so excited to reveal the November theme of Young Adult Books is Love and Vendetta. You'll find stuff inspired by Kingdom of the Wicked, The Crimson Moth, A Deadly Education, our featured book of the month, and a multi-fandom Stephanie Garber item. We're excited to reveal this box will also include a calendar, yay, and 2 useful household items.
Now, I am loving, absolutely, wholeheartedly loving all the homeware items that we're getting. I mean, you know how much I love my books.
They are wicked, though.
They are really cool. I will be getting Darren to change that to my new salt one. Because that is...
Well, it's a big hole, but...
It's not huge. Hole, I've seen bigger.
It's a massive hole, yeah.
The other one's a bigger hole than that. But yeah. Does anybody else have that problem?
Oh, they're all too big.
It's a nightmare. Honestly, I've taken, because I don't use an awful lot of it, I pour it onto my hand from the salt cellar and pinch it and sprinkle it over. Honestly. And then if I have got any extra, I just tip it onto the side of the plate that I'm not using, sort of thing. But, you know. I mean, salt's only been a recent thing in the last year or so. I've been more interested in salt and French fries done in the air fryer.
We've still got the big tube of salt that our friend gave us when we moved in. It's giving us all different bits. With salt
and
means you always have flavour in
we were married,
your life.
And
bits.
It's our
we've lived here 20 years.
Yeah, so 20 years.
We've had this salt for 20 years
like that.
We still ain't got through it, yeah.
You know, so I really don't use a lot. I must admit, I do add Marmite to beef. But again, I get the low salt one. I also have it with my steak and things because it just brings out that lovely flavour of beef. If you haven't cooked a beef roast with it, oh my god! But yes, so good.
So we've got 4 items.
We have.
How many are you going to pick? Favourites?
I mean, I'm in the quandary again that I could easily pick 3. I think
So if you pick 3, it's going to be pretty obvious.
Yes. I think I'm going to go for my favourite item.
Yeah.
So just one item, because there are only 4 here.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the
salt
and spice.
Salt and pepper shakers, yeah. I'll go for that as well.
These 2 would be joint second, to be fair. Because that, as I said, I love the look of it. I love the fact that it actually has a use. And something that I needed without knowing I needed it. And this, as I said, it's something, it makes it a little bit easier for me in the long run to adapt. If I'm using something beautiful, because this is the thing, I will always read books all the time that my eyesight will allow it, but the amount I used to read, because I can't deal with it as well, I just think that, you know, this is the answer and the way to go eventually. Least favourite is obviously the overlays. I can live without them.
They're very pretty. They would go in the book. They could very well fall out of the book and get damaged.
I mean, honestly,
they're not necessarily going to put a lot to the book anyway. But they're all right.
They're nice. They're beautiful. But as Darren said, if you know, the thing I will say this time though is that I'm more greatly impressed with them, as I said, because we got them with.
Well, she got them with the book that they were supposed to be with.
You know, yeah, I'm well aware. Actually, we're not wearing our microphones again because we've not. No. Hey ho. Right. Yeah. So. We've given you our favourites.
Yeah.
We've read to you all the bits.
Yeah.
We told you our least favourite.
Yeah.
We've talked about things that are completely irrelevant to this.
Yeah. We sound like we're on cribs. Get the hell out of here.
He's kidding. And I will also mention, for those that have noticed, there's less pile of stuff there now. Yeah. This is in the process of, it's in the process of being sorted, but the problem is I need another 2 items, one of which we'd ordered, one of which Darren's got to go and pick up. Yeah. So, yeah, I know, I didn't think we had room for anything else either, but I've worked it out and, you know, this will all look good and be more useful for me to work with. Right. So, guys, all that leaves me to say is be different, a very merry unhoo-hoo, and oh, it has to be the cat.